hope you guys are ready to have your mind blown. I'm going to talk now to Jonathan Morin about Watch Dogs, which we know is going to be one of the biggest games of the year, if not just in size and scope and scale. This thing is blowing my mind every time I take a closer look at it. This thing is huge. How big of a world are we going to be exploring in Watch Dogs?
It's a pretty big world. There's the size of the world. There's also the depth of the world. One of the things Watch Dogs wanted to go very deep into it. You can actually profile people around, dig into their lives, which means that to an extent, you can almost just stand still and play for 20 minutes.
Right.
And find something, and suddenly a guy gets chased, and you get sucked into that. And then you start playing and solve the problem, and then you're back again. So I think that kind of scope is a different layer of things, where instead of just simulating a city and then adding to it in terms of grand world and everything, we asked ourselves, can we simulate something that has never been simulated before? Can we bring something to the table? So this entire data flow that is circulating everybody else around in our cities right now, can we tap into that and then show to people that those things exist and play a bigger role into our lives?
I noticed that the doors don't seem to all be shut off for you either. It seems that it's not very clear what doors will open and won't open. It looks like you can walk into a lot of interiors throughout this world as well, right?
Well, you can get inside certain buildings physically. You can also get inside other buildings through hacking, invade people's privacy to an extent. We all have this inherent needs to know. We wanted to showcase that to players through having them feeling it. So if you can tap into people's lives outside their phone calls, getting inside building is another way of showing or reflecting to humanity on people, and hopefully not just show them bad things or dark secrets of people. That will be in there, but also positive, mundane, fun family moment, and show a broader stroke at what an open city and people that lives in it should be.
Painting a portrait here with people that have real world interests. They're judo experts, they're allergic to shellfish. You know, I'm reading all these profiles, like it feels creepier now to cause harm and damage in this world. That's where your reputation really comes into play, when you start shooting at everybody, right?
Yeah, when you start intervening in wrong ways, definitely it becomes a lot more obvious that there's consequences to it. But even those will be a bit open to interpretation in the end. When you do an open world game, it's not the open world game that judges how you play. It's who you're supposed to be. So talking about vigilantism in a realistic way, our responsibility as a team is to make sure that if you're a vigilante and you start interacting with everybody around you, at least, at the very least, the response should be consistent and believable.